Hey guys, it's Chloe, and I'm back with another Married at First Sight Season 10, Episode 5 review. Y'all, this review almost didn't make it, okay? I came in from work last night at like 9:30, and I was like, dang, the next episode don't come on till like 11 o'clock. Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? And I made it. And come to find out that they actually take the 2 hours and they squish it into 1 hour. And I didn't realize that after I watched the 1 hour. And I was like, it's supposed to be 2 hours. What's going on? Then I realized there's a 2 hour one that I have to watch later at like 12 o'clock. I'm like, this is ridiculous. So long story short, you guys, I didn't watch a whole 2 hours of this show. I watched a good hour of it, and they jam-pack all the good stuff in it. But the sad part is there wasn't any good stuff. So let's get into this review. And we pick up, and guess where we are, guys? At Panama. That's gonna be my Panama thing from now on, because like that's how they acted when they found out they was going to Panama. Okay, so before I even start with the whole review session, I'm gonna try to do this review in order of how it happened on the show. So I know a lot of people are probably gonna try to break it down into couples, but I'm gonna try to give you like how it happened in the show, because that's how I took my notes, and I don't want to revamp it. So let's just go on this episode journey with me. It was an hour, not 2. So it shouldn't be that much, okay? So with the cameras, the show starts off with Taylor on her little camera taking like, I guess like a selfie video of her and Brandon. And Brandon is sleeping and he's snoring. And he wakes up. But when he wakes up, you can tell he's not too happy about the situation. But you know, it's kind of like, in my mind, I'm thinking like, Dad, he probably just don't want to be filmed right now, because, you know, he was sleeping and snoring and he probably felt embarrassed. So he just jumped up and tried to run away. So that's what I'm thinking. What was going on at the time. We cut over to Michael, and Michael's sitting in his hotel room ordering breakfast, and he's talking about how he feels unheard. And he feels like Mika is not trying to hear him because he's not responding the way she wants him to. Now, I don't know if Michael may not understand what he said, or if Mika may have taken it out of context. So somewhere along the lines, I feel like the communication had to get messed up, because the way Michael was putting this, you would really think that he didn't say anything about pressuring this girl to have sex. So I'm just trying to figure out like, what is going on? He's feeling unheard because he didn't respond the way that she wanted him to. But I'm trying to figure out what caused for that response. Like, what question did she ask that said for you to say to her, if we don't have sex on a honeymoon, I'm not going through with the rest of this marriage? What was the question? Michael, what was the question that you had to answer that way? Because obviously you say you don't feel unheard, and you think it's because she doesn't like the way you're not answering the questions the way she wants them answered. So I need answers now. I need answers. I need to know what the heck was the question that calls for that answer. Anyway, so we go over to Zach's room, and Zach and Mindy are in the bed, and they're discussing the conversation that they had the previous night about him not being really attracted to Mindy. Now, it's a weird situation going on with them, because Zach tries to explain what he means to Mindy, and you guys, I don't know. I don't know what he was saying. I didn't even write it down because it made no sense, and I was like, I can't even explain this. It makes no sense. And then I thought it was just me, and then when they cut to Mindy in the confession, she like, what is he talking about? Thank you. I thought she understood, because if she would have understood, I was like, they need to get married. They need to stay married. They made for each other, because I did not understand nothing he was trying to get across to this girl in that little session where he was sitting there trying to tell her about building attraction, and he is not attracted and he is attracted, and how they can grow attraction and all types of stuff. It was a mess. But anyway, moving on. So now we get back over to Derek and Katie's room, and Derek and Katie are like all in love and happy. And Katie asks Derek to help her put her insulin shot to do her insulin shot. And Derek's like, sure, I'll do it. Like, it is whatever. And then he says something like he wants to make his wife fall in love with him. And I was like, this is so nice. Like, they really look nice together. Like, he really looks like he cared for her and he was enjoying her company. And the fact that he actually, helped her with her insulin shot was a big deal to me, because some guys probably would have been like, I didn't sign up for this. Nope, I'm not doing that. But to see that, like, he's mature enough and he doesn't let that phase him, that's a good quality to have as a person in general. Because that could be challenging for a lot of people. Not even just dealing with someone with diabetes, but dealing with having to help them do that. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, good job, Derek. Finally, somebody got some sense going on in this season. All right. So, now we go back over to Brandon's room, where him and Taylor's trying to figure out, why is Brandon acting so weird? Why is Brandon so upset? What is going on with Brandon? Brandon has his attitude. Brandon's walking away from her while she's trying to talk. Brandon's not here for it. We don't know what's going on. So at this moment, we're trying to figure out what's wrong with Brandon, y'all. So now that everybody's woke and dressed and, ready for the day, they all decide to meet together by the pool. Now, when they get by the pool, everyone's sitting there and, they're just discussing, their first night and stuff like that. And then comes Mika. Mika walks in and they're like, hey, Mika, where's Michael? And Mika tries to avoid it a little bit. And she's like, yeah. He's coming. And they're like, is he overslept? She's like, yeah, let's just go with that. And they're like, did you guys sleep in the same room together? And they're like really trying to prowl for information at this time, because everyone's trying to figure out why they didn't come together. So Michael comes down and Michael is like, I just had an interview. And I just gave someone else an interview for my job because I'm about to be a principal. And we like, Michael, you putting on. You're really putting on. You're in the best of moods right now. You're about to be the principal right now. Okay, that's good for you. Or did you just want to seem like everything was all put together? Because it seemed like it was a show. It seemed like you wanted to, put on in front of everybody. That's what it seemed like. But that was just my observation. That's what I got from it. And they're sitting there talking about things that they have in common. And Mindy and Zach say something. Well, Mindy says that her and Zach have the same moisturizer in common. Y'all, the shade, honey. I thought I was on a Real Housewives of Atlanta with that type of shade. I was like, what? And they do this little corny fist pump or a pound or whatever this is called. Boom. Y'all, nope. Anyway, so now we cut to the ladies, and the ladies are in a jacuzzi. And before I even discuss what they talk about in this jacuzzi, can we just ask the production crew, can they tune out the background music or sounds of the waterfalls or whatever the noise is that we're hearing? Because we can't even hear them. They knew we couldn't hear them because they had to put the subtitles on the bottom. Come on, y'all. Why we got to start reading the subtitles? Why we just can't hear what they talking about? Anyway, they're sitting in the pool. Everyone's talking about their nights, and Mika asks a question. Mika asks everyone, who consummated their marriage? Now, my question to Mika is, why are you the one asking this question when you're the same person who was sitting there talking about, I'm not comfortable. I'm not ready for sex. You seem all ready for sex in the scene. You seem like you're into everyone else's sex life in the scene because you brought the question up. And everyone's saying, no, they didn't do anything. And overall, there was a lot of hugs and cuddles. And how they hope Mindy gets the fire. Mindy's going to get the fire. Because that's what, the whole situation where her friend kept saying, she needs fire. Anyway, we cut over to the guys, and the guys are sitting around the table, and they're talking about, you know, their first nights with each other and how they feel about each other. And they're asking, you know, Zach about having sex on the first night. And Zach's like, no, you know, I don't want to have sex, to build attraction, because that's not like real attraction and all this craziness. And I'm like, okay, cool. You don't want to have sex with her because now you're just going to be like all in this lust situation. But you never know. You might actually like the girl after you have sex. I don't know. I'm just saying. You cut over to the girls again, and they're asking Mindy about her and Zach, and she tells them that Zach says that he isn't attracted to her. And they're like, huh? Are you serious? He's not attracted to you? What makes him think you're attracted to him? Like, what if you wanted someone who was 6'5" and he's not that? And she's like, right, because I don't have, who said I'm attracted to him? And I'm sitting here like, honey, we all know you attracted to him. We know that. Don't try to front. We know that. Anyways, that's going on. So now Mika decides that she's going to open up about her and Michael and what happened. And she explains that he told her family that they were going to, you know, like he was going to be patient with her and he was going to wait for her and everything. And then he basically turns around and tells her, if we don't have sex in this honeymoon, I'm not going through the best of this marriage. And everybody's like, oh my God, he said that? And Taylor goes, well, I know we're not like happy with him right now, but I'm going to try to get through to him, at least through Brandon. Honey, Brandon not even talking to you. Brandon not even talking to you right now. So I hope somebody can get some conversation going on, some communication going on at this moment, because you want to get through him through Brandon, and Brandon not even talking to you. How? How is this working? I don't know, y'all. So, yeah. Michael is over there talking to the guy, saying that he's not in a rush. Here you go with this. He's not in a rush again. I'm just trying to figure out what happened in this conversation, because at this point I'm confused. I don't know if he is in a rush, if he's not in a rush. I don't know if he's two different people. I don't know if we can lying. I don't know if she interpreted what he said wrong. I don't know. I just don't know, y'all. All right. So Mika decides that when she gets back to the room, she decides that she's going to call Pastor Cal, because she wants to know, like, you know, she needs some advice. Pastor Cal, what's going on? Like, Pastor Cal's trying to figure out, like, so what happened? And she's like, he wasn't being honest about sex and intimacy. And, you know, I don't feel comfortable now at this point. And Dr. Cal's telling her, like, you guys are just here to get to know each other at this moment, you know. Don't focus on, you know, those things. Just try to, you know, become friends. Try to get to know each other. Enjoy your honeymoon, you know. Let's not dwell too much on this little argument at this moment. And he's going to get Michael all the way together, he says, okay? He's not going to give him a pass. He's going to get him together. So then Dr. Cal decides that he's going to call Michael, and Michael picks up the phone, and, you know, they're talking. And he's like, why don't you just show her who you really are? And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I think he did. And that's why she don't want him. I think he did. That's why she don't want him. But anyway, he says he's going to go talk to her and try to make it work and see if they can fix it and, you know, start over. Yeah, they're going to start over. Okay, so now we cut over to Austin and Jessica. And Austin and Jessica are so cute, okay? They telling everybody what they done did. They done played with some iguanas, and they done got some couple massages, and they're relaxed, and they're happy, and they're inside of the jacuzzi, and they're just talking to each other, enjoying each other's company, and kissing, and I think they're so cute. I'm like, oh my God, this is adorable. So right now at this moment, Derek and what's her name? Katie are adorable, and Jessica and Austin are adorable. And I don't know, Austin's growing on me, you guys, because I didn't really care too much for him, but he just seems like a really nice, sweet, genuine guy. Like, I'm really taking a liking to him this season. So now we have to go back to Zach and Mindy. Okay. Yeah, I did say Austin and Jessica, right? Not Zach, because I be getting these names confused, too many of them. But anyway, we cut over to Zach and Mindy, and Zach and Mindy are having wine on the beach. All right, and before I get into this segment of Zach and Mindy, I want to know, did anyone else see the little crawly things in the back of them? I'm sitting there trying to figure out what the heck those little crawly things are. And my husband said that they had to be crabs because that's what goes on the beach at night. And I'm sitting here like, ain't nobody running because I'd have been running, y'all. It's crabs out here. I'm not laying on this beach with no wine and the crabs is all behind us. We gonna act like we don't see them? Okay, let's act like we don't see them because that's exactly what they did. And now Mindy has a question that she wants to ask Zach, and she wants to know how she can make Zach happy. And Zach says, well, I'm sure you're not all into me just because of my looks. And she's like, what? How do you know that I'm happy with you? Like, I'm like, yo, I don't know what happened in this scene. Okay, Zach then starts talking in circles. Okay, he's talking about being attracted to her, not being attracted to her, her not being attracted to him because he's attractive, and I don't know. Talking to him is like talking to a brick wall. At this point, he talked himself into a whole circle and it all sound like BS. That's exactly what it sounds like. I don't really know what happened. I don't know why every time I try to get some information on Zach, I can't get it because it don't make sense. So I can't explain it. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't explain it because I don't get it. All right? So yeah, I'm not even going to dwell on that situation because I don't get it. Obviously, she just wants to know, like, just because you say you're not attracted to me, what makes you think I'm attracted to you? What are you doing to help me build attraction to you? I think that's what Mindy was trying to get across to Zach, but Zach was so caught up on him not being attracted to her and her not having to just only be attracted to him because he's attractive. That's what it basically sounds like. So now we get to Brandon and Taylor. And Brandon and Taylor are having dinner. They're sitting at the table. And Brandon finally tells Taylor that he was mad at her because she woke him up with a camera in his face. Are the Married at First Sight cameras not there when he wake up? I mean, you're being followed by cameras. You were mad because she woke you up with the camera in your face. You didn't talk to this girl all day because she woke you up with the camera in your face. I was like, what? Okay, this is childish. This is stupid. Why not just say, hey, I don't like that. Please don't do that. Overall, he had a panic attack. He had a panic attack because there's a camera in his face. So that means this whole daggone season he should be having panic attacks, okay? I don't think Married at First Sight is for him if he's going to have panic attacks when he wakes up with a camera in his face on a reality TV show. But anyway, Taylor is like, I didn't know that. I'm still getting to know you. Okay, now I know, won't do it anymore. And he's like, okay, cool. And he's like, well, I apologize. So get over it. And she was like, don't talk to me like that. I was like, right, don't talk to her like that. She was like, first of all, what made him think that he was okay to tell her to get over it? She's like, you're not going to disrespect me, okay? Do not talk to me like that. Don't tell me to get over anything. And I'm with her on that. Like, overall, they came to agreement. He then apologized for the way he handled the situation, how he won't handle that situation anymore, and how she knows that that's something that he doesn't like, so she won't do that anymore. Communication. And now they're back on good terms. So maybe she can get through to Brandon and talk to Michael for Mika. Maybe we can do that now. Okay, so we cut over to Derek and Katie, and Derek puts a blindfold on Katie, and they walk into the room, and she opens her eyes, and there's rose petals everywhere, and cute little tea light candles, and it's so romantic, and it's so sweet, and she's like, oh my God, like, this is so nice. And Derek says something along the lines of, I waited my whole life to be married, to fall in love. And it feels good. Are you in love, Brandon? Not Brandon. Are you in love, Derek? Sounds like you're in love to me. And Mindy is like, Mindy, oh my God, y'all, so many people. Katie is like, oh, this is beautiful. Like, I'm feeling some type of way now. You know, some type of way. So they get up and close the doors, and you guys can guess what happened next. Pretty much. So that was really cute. And then we cut over to Brandon and Taylor. Now, I think Brandon took a note from Derek, because Derek must have told her what was going on. And Taylor walks into the room with the rose petals again. And it leads to Brandon inside of a small jacuzzi like this big, bubble bath and everything. And she's like, oh my God. She's like wants to cry because she's never had anything done like that for her before. And I'm like, that is really sweet. It really is sweet. And she goes and put on her little wifey baby suit, and I'm guessing his shorts said hubby or husband or something. And they get into this small jacuzzi, knee like this. And they in there and they're holding their champagne glasses, like, please don't splash me, please don't move or whatever. But overall, it was cute, it was romantic, and I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what happened next. So now Mika and Michael are having this conversation, and Mika asks Michael what does he needs from her to move on. And he says communication. And Mika says, well, if I tell you I don't like something and you do it anyway, I'm not gonna give you a pass for it. Like, that's basically what he's been doing the whole time. Like, so they're having this conversation basically about, you know, how they want to move forward. They want to make this work. He's saying he doesn't want this to just be an 8-week project. He really wants to move forward and make this thing work. And it seems sincere for the moment. And overall, they make up. But as we know, when they're sitting at the dinner table talking and everyone's like, so how's it being married and how's everything going? So yeah, Mika brings up again how it's hard for her to fall in love with someone she doesn't know. And Michael states that he's not wearing his ring, and he's not wearing his ring because he feels like he's not stepping up to be a husband. And once they build a relationship, a friendship, and then when he feels like he's being a suitable husband, he will then put his ring back on. Okay, so yeah, overall, they all end up going back to their rooms, and you know, that's when Brandon sets up all the, you know, sexy stuff for Taylor, and I'm guessing that's when they had sex, and Mindy's just so happy that Zach actually kissed her, and it's just a hot mess. And you guys, Jessica and Austin had sex. What? Let me tell y'all, I know my timeline is a little off in this review, but it's because the way I watched the episode, I had it all crammed into 1 hour. But I was like, look at them. And here I am thinking that Austin was a little On all this time, he over there getting it in. Go ahead, Austin, I see you. I see you. But yeah, this episode wasn't much of anything. But yeah, nonetheless, we watched it, and I'll see you guys again next week for another Married at First Sight review. Have a good night, or day, or morning, or evening, whatever time you're watching this. Peace.